welcome you all to this analysis presentation for TCS NQT, or nowadays it would be called as NQT National Qualified Test for 2021 batch. First of all, for the background of NQT for 2021 batch. Now this is going to be a landmark year in the history of Indian recruitments, and as we all have been already seeing in terms of pandemic, but this time TCS has really played it big, and it has proved that it is the great grandfather of Indian IT industry, and it has lived it in the same passion. So it has released a pattern which will go beyond the IT industry as well, and TCS has come up with something called NQT National Qualified Test, which can be used like CAT and other scores for MBA exams. They are the landmark scores. Similarly, TCS has brought NQT, which is a general aptitude test for recruitment for freshers, and that can be used by any company who wants to recruit freshers, and they can request TCS for the score, and TCS Eon is conducting this NQT. They have a separate division, and this is really appreciable and a very welcoming step from TCS. Now you need to understand there are a lot of terms prevailing in the market, such as NQT score, industry NQT score, subject NQT score. Now what are they? So let me help you all with the clarity on these terms. So for eligibility and other things, you can visit the link on TCS website or search as TCS NQT 2021. You will get the eligibility conditions on the NQT link. There are some confusions which we are trying to clarify through this presentation. So what are those points? First thing is about the NQT, industry NQT and subject NQT, that we will give clarification. Very important point we want to tell you at this stage. NQT and the other two, remember there would be three tests: NQT, industry NQT and subject NQT. All these three will be conducted quarterly. That is one clarity. There's no limitation on number of attempts. Second clarity. Third is very, very important, that also people who have less than 2 years of experience can also write TCS NQT, but the age limit is 28. So they have broadened the scope of NQT. That is important. So age is one thing, that is the eligibility, and pre-final year students can also be giving this NQT. Your score would be valid for 2 years. So 2-year validity of score is one important point for you all. Also, you have two options. You can either give it from your home, or you can also go to a nearby TCS Eon testing center. So nearest center, TCS center, is one option. You can give it from home. They will help you with a mock test so that you can check your connectivity. It would be a proctored test when you give it from your home. The camera would be taking random images to ensure that you are not using unfair means. Now let us come to what is this all confusion about various types of NQT sections. Now it is very, very simple. There is no confusion. TCS has made it crystal clear. Now let me tell you what is it all about. There would be three tests. The first test is a 2-hour test, and it is called NQT. Now NQT is going to happen for the first time with this new mechanism on 24th to 26th of October. That date has been released. So NQT as of now is going to happen. This is a general aptitude test, irrespective of your branch or anything. So this comprises of 3 sections. One section is called numerical ability. Another section is called reasoning ability. Third is called verbal ability. So this comprises of a general aptitude test like CAT and all. And that is where this is irrespective of your branch or industry. So this is the master test. In order to give the other two will not be valid unless you give the NQT. Now let's come to the other two. The other two will be specific to industry. For example, you want to apply for banking industry or for any industry, a lot of industries will now pitch in. That would be industry NQT. And as of now, no industry NQT has been scheduled or released. In future, they are going to be released. Subject NQT, again, to test your subject knowledge on a technical subject. There can be a lot of subject NQTs. The first subject NQT that they are releasing is called as for programming logic. So they are introducing a subject NQT for programming, and this would be used by TCS for their recruitment. So those people who want to apply for TCS also needs to register for a 1-hour test on subject NQT programming logic. That would comprise of 45 minutes of coding test, 2 problems, and another 15 minutes for 10 MCQ questions. So industry NQT and subject NQT are different than NQT. NQT is master. We will be having another slide to elaborate more. As of now, only one subject NQT has been released, that is programming logic. Now let's first talk about NQT pattern, the master test of 2 hours. It is going to have 24 questions on verbal ability in 30 minutes, 30 questions on reasoning in 50 minutes, 26 questions on numerical ability in 40 minutes. Total 80 questions, 120 minutes. Typical TCS ratio. Problems would be from medium to complex in all these 3 areas. We are expecting a little bit more clarity on negative marking. WAE would revert to you on that. So as of now, in past years of NQT, there was negative marking wherever there was an MCQ question. In case there was a fill in the blanks question, there was no negative marking. So that has been the strategy as far as NQT is considered. Also, NQT, once you appear, it is free, first of all. Second is you can appear as many times. Quarterly it will be held. Also, very important point that it is mandatory to appear for industry and subject NQT. That is very critical. NQT score is mandatory to appear in other 2, that is subject and industry NQT. Now let's come to the next part. Also, one point I would like to reiterate: NQT scores would be released after a duration after you appear in that in the exam, like a normal scorecard for CAT and other exams. Now these are 2 important points: industry NQT and subject NQT. Industry NQT for domains and subdomains, they would be releasing industry NQT in the further timelines. So they can be for example, cloud, they can release something, or maybe for e-commerce industry, they may release something. For high-tech industry, they may release. For manufacturing, they may release. They would be conducted quarterly, the same structure on the eligibility as NQT. So as of now, none of the industry NQT has been released. It will take some time. Subject NQT, to check your knowledge in particular areas, for example, Python, for example, your competitive coding. As of now, they have released a subject NQT on programming. This is similar to what the TCS NQT had the programming logic section last year. So 1 hour subject NQT is going to come along with the NQT for those who want to apply for TCS. So those who want to apply for TCS have to appear for subject NQT for programming if they want to apply for system engineer role at TCS. That's the precise summary. Other subject NQTs will follow. Now this is the, you can call all in one picture for TCS NQT. When you combine NQT plus subject NQT, you get the TCS NQT. 3 sections: verbal ability, reasoning ability, numerical ability, as told earlier, 2 hours, 80 questions. Then programming logic, 15 minutes, 10 questions, MCQs, coding, 45 minutes, 2 problems, 1 simple, 1 medium to complex. Total 180 minutes, 3-hour test. Now I would like to come to how is WAE going to help you. Now WAE has come up big for you all. First thing is full package for preparation, INR 599. On the next slide, I will talk to you about that. But here I want to release the first picture of WAE's mega event. That is going to be All India Mock Test NQT 2021. We want all India students to write AIMTN, that is All India Mock Test TCS NQT for 2021 batch. We want all of you to write on 11th October so that we can know what could be your rank. And there is a separate video that would be released tomorrow on All India Mock Test for NQT. We are calling it as AIMTN 2021 batch. It will be held on 11th October. Wait for tomorrow and we will release the introductory video and also the link. Here you will get INR 99 for only NQT, and you will have to pay INR 149 for NQT plus subject. That would be programming logic. We will give you one practice mock test free, which can be taken anytime before 11th October. So you can pay and register from tomorrow onwards. Also, live mock test will conduct 3, which you can give as per your availability. They would be launched after 12th. That is WAE strategy. Now, what are the ingredients of 599 package? First is the numerical ability and reasoning, 200 solved questions. We have come up with the solved questions. The link for this is available in the video, available in the description section. Also, these are of similar level as that of past NQTs. 2 NQTs have held so far. Part 2, verbal ability, 400 plus solved questions on various types. Superset for NQT. This is a superset for NQT. We challenge that the questions will be from these type of problems. Part 3, students have written to us, what do we do? We have come up with this programming logic section. Master content, 4 files we have prepared, original files. They would be giving you tips on programming logic, around 200 questions of similar level as well, along with answers to help you. This is a master package, 599 for you all. Thanks a lot. Keep rocking, keep shining, keep watching our channel, subscribe to it. God bless. Take care.